Hi, hugs to you. My name is Cristiana Eltrayan. I come from Romania, from a northeastern city of Romania. I am a holistic therapist and life coach doing the soul healing therapy, which is reconnecting to the soul and solving things from there. This has helped me a lot with the pranic journey, because actually connecting to your soul, to the divine self, allows you to be fed in a lighter way. So me keeping my theta state during my soul healing sessions is helping me a lot, stay in contact all the time with myself, my Holy Spirit, as some call it, and this helps me also know exactly when and what and if to eat, if it's physical food or light or whatever is necessary for my body. My life has always been interested in energy. Since I was a child, I was telling children at school that we are energy, and I was interested in philosophy, and you know, I was trying, I guess, to find God through a philosophical path in some way, which was mental, so it was not the best way. But this happened until I was maybe 16 or 17. Then I started working, and I was a manager for more than 10 years, organizing events, dealing with catering companies, doing, you know, busy beta stuff that pulled me away from the state of interest towards energy, and I was more brought into physicality, so to speak. So I forgot for a while. But then when I was 28, I started rediscovering meditations and joined meditations group and started living the lifestyle that has brought me to, you know, vegetarianism and veganism, and tuning in my body so as to be a purer channel for the divine and for love and for what needs to flow through this channel, through this instrument that we have, that is a physical interface with others, what needs to flow to others in terms of light, love and truth. My message is usually one of the heart, one of reconnecting to the heart, staying in the heart and being true to your soul. It's always important to practice various techniques to, you know, embrace certain lifestyles that you find interesting or appealing, like you maybe living on prana, or maybe being a vegetarian, or maybe using certain therapies. But always it's better if we check with the heart and see what's right for each and every one of us, because everyone is peculiar, everyone is unique, and everyone has a certain pattern, a certain energy design that is especially created to bring a message or a pattern to the world. So when we reconnect to the soul, when we are conscious of its messages, we are capable to live at our best and to offer our best to this planet and to the ones around us. This is my message. Stay true to your soul and listen to it all the time. My message is not only about prana, but about pranic consciousness, which means being in a state of consciousness that is aware. When you're aware that you are connected to all and part of all, and you are interacting all the time with all the particles, material or immaterial, in this planet and in other dimensions, other universes. So my message is mostly about staying true to your divine spirit and staying in this pranic consciousness, and how to fine tune to it, which is something that people look more and more. They look for the truth, they look for the realignment to some balance that they all need. So this is my general message, my general conferencing in the world and in my country right now. And to this, of course, I add important messages about how to feed ourselves in a proper way, because we start from the physical body. This is the instrument that we use to transmit light and the messages that we have for others. And when our feeding way is pure and tuned to our body, then we can allow the best energy to circulate through it. So people react well to this message because they have been looking and waiting for it for a long time, and many of us are transmitting it now. The feminine energy is something I talk about a lot, and I also transmit a lot to I work a lot with women around the world, and everywhere I go I find women that maybe need to tune more to this feminine side of theirs. There's also a book that I wrote, and it's still on its way to be translated in English, that is called Your Harmony Woman, which is about how to tune more into the feminine energy that is sustaining us and maybe feeding us along our journey. But my path was not always like that. I was sometimes a very masculine, very goal-driven lady. I was very goal-oriented, very, in control of things, being a manager. So I had to really learn it step by step and tune more and more into it, so that I am capable now to transmit it to others. So the feminine energy, the way I see and feel it, is the supportive energy that is holding us together now on the planet. The thing I learned during this past year of mine, was more about communities and how to join together. My journey was more like a Tibetan monk for a while, very oriented to individual meditation, a lot of spiritual practice, hours and hours of practice at home by myself, and more going inside and inside and inside. What I know now and feel and see is that these wonderful energies that we access and perceive in our solitude are accessed in order to be brought out, brought to the communities we then visit or get into. So it's more like staying and tuning into other higher dimension in order to just bring it down and bring it here, and grounding it here for others to be able to perceive it and access it and transmit it in the purest and highest way possible. This is what I learned this final year of practice or of living. Okay. For those interested in pranic journey and how to tune in more with the pranic stream that is feeding us, the beginning of this journey has started with a darkroom retreat that I have done in Thailand with Jasmuheen, and it was really a very, very nice, very feminine driven process that has helped me to open up my channels to this energy and let it flow through me. So the ones who want to know more about this, they can find the book Darkroom Retreat, a Lightful Mystical Experience, or Amazon or CreaSpace or whatever. They just Google it and find it, because it's a very good support for those who want to begin this journey and maybe think of how to detox or how to just live through it, and find out more about also the dark room that is done every year. And also the book Get Seduced by Your Own Life, that is about how to go to a lighter diet, and also how to tune in more to the dear ones while doing this and being in harmony with them. This is my message that has been incorporated in a written way. Yeah. My work includes my work with the soul healing therapy also includes the sexuality aspect of the human being, which is a very spiritual aspect actually, and for me it has always been like that. I always say that there's no casual sex, it's just soul sharing in a physical body. So this has been my perception even since adolescence, and thank God I learned more and more about it and experienced more and more about it, so that I can be able to transmit it to the world, and during the healing sessions that we do and all that. I guess with the pranic journey, the way it changes is that we become lighter and the energy is easier to transmute, and recirculate along the body, because sexual energy is not always about and only about sharing in a sexual context with another, but it's also about and mainly about healing yourself and energizing and creativity, and how to circulate it through your body, how to get more empowered. It's our main source of inner power. And lightening up the diet and the spiritual practices also help tame it better, and mastering it better and observing it better, and being more aware, because it becomes lighter, and it becomes more refined. And my perception is the same, but the way I am able to circulate it and work with my patients with it is really very much more efficient now.